I think I didn't get to captain New Zealand that much really. I had 5 tests, but I would say that the most memorable game was in Melbourne against Australia. It was a very, very close contest. Went right down to the last hour, and at that point really we just didn't quite have the last wicket to give us the win, but it was an incredibly intense game and terrific for the full 5 days. And obviously having Martin in the team, he was a match winner. Also Sir Richard Hadley, so having both those 2 players playing in your team, you went in pretty confident that if everybody supported them and played well, then we had a good chance. Backyard cricket was dominated always by Martin. He always, if he won the toss, it would be 2 weeks or so before I was able to get him out, and then I would go in, and that wouldn't last 2 weeks. So he was always very dominant in that part of our life. And then I went and played cricket at Cornwall Park, which is a beautiful, iconic ground in Auckland, which was really the beginning of it all for both of us, really. And it's become a terrific place to go back and review, you know, your early days as a youth. It's very different. I would say that today's era of players and the way the game is played, it's a lot more physical and probably more skillful to some degree. I certainly see a lot more visual celebration going on in today's world when there's an action that's been created. But I also think it's less respectful. Well, most cricketers generally pick up a golf club in their time as a player, so that's certainly been one of mine. So golf and other sports, I guess, you play tennis and things like that. I've got a great love for the cuisines of the world, so that's why I like going to India and places in the subcontinent, tasting their fine foods. In 2004, I just finished my role and tenure with the New Zealand cricket team, travelling the world as their manager, team manager. So I was very fortunate to be invited by the ICC through New Zealand Cricket, and I saw it as a great opportunity. I just moved to the USA to live, so it was really a dream come true to be able to continue while living in another country and being able to continue a role in cricket. And I think, you know, the fact is that I've been able to play the game and now become an administrator gives me an incredibly lucky perspective of the game of cricket. Well, that year, 2004, I was sent down to Antigua to assist or be alongside Michael Proctor, who was the referee in that match. After a couple of days, Mike was then going home, and it was up to me to continue on the game. But the game was significant from the fact that Brian Lara scored his 400. So I thought, wow, it's not a bad way to start a career as officiating when you watch a world record. I think, you know, officiating for me, I think the most memorable games, and I put them as games, have been always the Ashes. You know, the history of the Ashes. So every opportunity I get to go and officiate an Ashes match or series is always one of the highlights.